What's going on, world? NRW nerds rule the world. I'm Kuya P. Another week, second week of June, and we're gonna talk all things entertainment with my pal Heather Hertz. Heather, it's been a crazy week. What's going on with you? What have you been watching? What's new? What's different? What should we stay away from?
I've done a couple of documentaries for Nat Geographic. You can see most of those reviews. I think I've done all of them, most of them. They're on the channel, I have reviews up. So a couple indies that, also reviews are up on the channel. Other than that, haven't really gotten a chance to watch much. We wanted to see Bad Boys, but we just never got a chance to watch it. Unfortunately, it'll happen. It'll happen. My husband's really excited for it. Other than that, actually been out and about. You got to touch grass every now and again.
That is very true. Got to feel Mother Nature.
What about you?
I need to do more feeling of Mother Nature. I've been locked in, catching up on sleep. I've been tired lately. I don't know why. Maybe late nights, late screenings, driving, being in the car, which because the places we have to go to these screenings are always far away, so time away. What have I been watching? A lot of things we can't talk about yet. Stuff like you. But what? Oh, there's a show on Tubi. I've never really watched stuff on Tubi, but because we got some recent press stuff from them, I was like, let me go ahead and check it out. And there was a couple of new series that they have coming there, and I was like, okay, let me check it out. And one's a reality show about like only people that create OnlyFans material. Interesting. So I may interview some of the reality stars of that. It's called House of Heat. Your normal reality show type of stuff, and they have their regular lives and they have this OnlyFan life or whatever. So kind of crazy there. Wrestling, a lot of cool stuff in wrestling. We just had NXT Judgment Day. I don't know if you've been tracking on your wrestling, Heather, but NXT has been really picking up, and we have a crossover with our NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez going against the TNA, a whole other promotion champion in Jordan Grace, and that was pretty cool. Hopefully we'll have some more stuff happening there, but we'll be talking all about it on Kayfabe Baby, my wrestling podcast with Webster Style and Sean Mongold. Trying to think of other stuff I'm watching, but it's escaping me at the moment, Heather. But there's a lot of stuff coming and on our way, and some of the picks that we have for this week, both you and I have watched. So stay tuned for the full review, y'all. We'll be having those reviews on the channel shortly, as well as some interviews coming up with some of the content that we're picking this week. So, also, I meant to tell you, because you brought up Bad Boys. I watched Bad Boys for Life because we had talked about it last week, and I was going to get prepped for you to finally see Bad Boys. We actually dropped the Bad Boys review already. I had John Jones from the Peach Review, fellow critic friend, come in, so that way we could just get it up and live with the release. So that's there, y'all. So go check it out. But I thought Bad Boys for Life was good, not as great as now the new one or the first two, but a good new chapter, bringing it back. I think it served its purpose to bring this classic series back from 1 and 2, and now we have 4. But it was serviceable. But I think, all this new characters we meet in this new one, it would have been good to see this last one, but I think you could still go into the new one without seeing the For Life, the third one. So I caught that because I wanted to catch that, and I was entertained, and I was happy to see the directors on the new one, who are also directors on Moon Knight, were the directors on the third one. So they already had like a grasp of the character, and the way to get all the visuals going on in there were solid. So it was cool. Nice little installment. Kind of felt like a TV show. There's certain shows kind of get you going for the story to progress the story along. They had to reestablish Bad Boys in a way, and I thought it was serviceable for what they had to do to get us now to Ride or Die, Heather. So I caught it. So.
Okay. Sure.
All right, homie, you ready to go into the picks this week? I have 4 for you this week. I wanted to add this 4th one because I spoke with the director and the producer behind it. It's also Pride Month, as you know, and the central theme of this is about LGBTQIA model who's going through some things in Russia during this time of a lot of uproar with Ukraine, and just their feelings towards that community in Russia. Really great documentary, but I spoke with the director and the producer all about it. That interview is on the channel right now. Please go check it out. Great conversation with them. They are amazing creatives, and this documentary is such a beautiful and such an inspiring story, and one I would recommend to you, Heather, as well. Really enjoyed it. It's called Queendom. Ready to check it out?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Queendom, y'all. Coming to theaters this week, as well as digital sites.
Себя в порядок сейчас хоть приводи, хватит таким лысым ходить, да без бровей.
Потому что ваш вид, явно вызывающий и деструктивный, он может вызвать ЧП.
А что с Шейном, что у него было переломано?
Трак сам изначально это тема политическая.
Хер тебя, даже сантехником не возьму.
Разберусь.
Не знаешь сантеху, ты ничего не добьешься. Ничего не добьешься.
Каждый день выхожу в Москве, иду в мастерскую, что-то там делаю, но когда я из нее выхожу, я все равно понимаю, что я там никто.
Я на тебе судебная повестка пришла, что ты там натворил?
Нет войны! Нет войны!
Лучше сидеть что-то, наверное.
Заводи.
Так.
Теперь стреляю.
Колют.
Закрепи.
All right, there you go. Queendom arriving to select theaters as well as everywhere on June 14th. Man, this documentary was really dope. Jenna Marvin, model in college or university, as they say, and then just becomes sort of a social activist through high art. And Russia doesn't like, has their feelings towards the LGBTQIA not so good. And now where it stands, it's actually now a crime passed, recently. And this was made like between 2019 and 2023, I think is what Agnia said. I spoke with Agnia and Igor. Agnia was the director, and Igor Moitoikin. I'm probably brutalizing names. Great conversation with them. They were so lovely. And they gave us an update on what Jenna is up to. Jenna is now living in France, along with, I believe, Agnia and Igor. Well, Agnia is in France, I think. Igor is here in the States. But just an amazing documentary. She was kind of, at first, kind of covering the LGBTQI scene in Russia at first. And then Jenna came across as their new focus. And now we have this beautiful documentary. But yeah, just, people just trying to live, and I'm an empath, and Heather is an empath too. You know how I am. Like, it's so sad how like society treats others, and beautiful story of just resistance and art and activism. And yeah, go check it out, Queendom. What do you think, Heather?
It looks very heavy. That's what it looks like. It looks very heavy. It's in a time in a place where it's actually becoming more and more illegal to be queer and to be part of the LGBTQIA community, and that includes here in the States. And so in a time when you would think that we would be becoming more progressive, we're actually becoming more conservative. And you have countries where it's being more and more criminalized. So I'm sure it's very impactful. It looks very impactful.
Definitely. Yeah, go check it out. June 14th, drop in. Yeah, one of probably my favorite documentaries I've seen this year, and there's a lot out there, and there's more I'm looking forward to seeing. Heather's seen quite a few, and I just shout out to the documentarians out there using art and using the medium of film to talk about things that are going on in the world. Love it. All right, so that's the fourth pick. top 3 coming up for you. Because I'm so angry with how things are going on sometimes with the world, this series on Prime Video really helps me release that anger, and I get to watch them release their anger. It was also recently announced that season 5 will be their last season, so you need to get on the ride now. I've already actually enjoyed the 4th season because I had the opportunity to talk to the showrunner Eric Kripke as well as some of the cast. Go check out those interviews right now on the channel. But season 4 of The Boys is arriving to Prime Video. Let's check it out, Heather.
I look back at my life, and all I see are the messes I made. And I ain't got time to fix it. I can do one thing right with the time I got left. I can't do it alone. I can't do it without you. If you thought things had changed.
This country is corrupt beyond repair, so we gotta save it.
Friends, you better think again.
It's not gonna be easy. We'll have to do some terrible things.
For the greater good.
You'll no longer be beloved celebrities.
But put in the fewest of ways.
You will be wrathful gods. Show me a little wrath.
That doesn't sound good, Ashley.
Oh yeah, no shit, Ashley.
Sorry, Ashley.
The whole world is about to burn. We need someone like you, Billy, before the soups start rounding us up and dumping us off in camps.
I have found the answer to all our prayers. A virus that kills soups.
This is insane and desperate, even for you.
Well, insanely desperate's where we are, don't you think, love?
Let's go. Chop chop, motherfuckers.
This is a biblical war of good versus evil. I'm declaring hunting season on Star Ladders.
I can't believe this is fucking happening to me again.
Look, we've all done bad shit. What's insane is that our solution to every problem is murder. Violence isn't brave.
Violence is power.
That's a spirit, champ.
Who wants a creamy, delicious milkshake?
If we're ever gonna win against monsters, we need to start acting human.
You're all fucking welcome.
All right, Prime Video, The Boys. What do you think, Heather? I think we've discussed Boys before. I think you're a fan of The Boys, right?
It's a comic book television show. Of course, I'm a fan. I'm actually 2 seasons behind now. With season 4 coming out,
really?
I have not caught up. I have not caught up on season 3. It was one of those shows where we watched season 1 episode to episode, and it kind of like killed us. I'm a huge Carl Urban fan. I'm not one of those people that I might pretend to gush over, good looking actors and stuff like that. But at the same time, I'm not really one of those people that crushes on actors at all. But I love Carl Urban. He is one of the people that I would leave my husband for. So with that being said, I love The Boys. And so what we did is for season 2, we decided to binge, and then because we didn't like just watching episode to episode, it was too good. And then we did that, and then we wanted to do that for season 3, and then just never got around to it. It's almost like I watched too much shit. So I'm really looking forward to it. I also need to see the spinoff. I'm looking forward to all of it. So the season looks good, and honestly, I'm kind of surprised that they got to see that they're getting to season 5. Not that the series isn't phenomenal. It's that they had enough content to keep going, and that makes me pretty happy. So I'm excited.
Yeah, dope. Yeah, to be honest, when they announced, like this past week that season 5 is happening and is going to be the last season, that part struck me. I'm like, damn, I think they still got some juice, especially because I caught this season 4 already, and it's crazy. It's wild. They keep topping themselves with just how how outlandish can we do something? And they get there. There's like a particular scene. I'm not going to spoil y'all because a little bit was in the trailer. You and I both know Feld Entertainment. We've covered Feld Entertainment with their events that they do where they adapt properties onto like ice capades, if you will. And they sort of do a boys Feld piece in one of the episodes. And it's crazy. And I'll just leave it at that. But there's a lot of great moments like that. And they always kind of just go overboard and go a little wild. But it's a fun ride. And this season deals with an election and it being an election year right now as well. We see some movements going on with the plot and storyline there. And it's very interesting, y'all. So I'm going to just leave it at that because if I talk anymore, I will spoil and I don't want to do that. It is a fun ride. But check in because we're only getting one more season of Boys, y'all. But this season 4 is going to be a banger. And go check out our interviews. Next up, Heather. Today, as of this recording, is a Wednesday, but we're going to be talking about a Tuesday on A24, a brand new film called Tuesday. Ready? Let's do it.
I just don't think you understand how Tinder works.
Can I tell you something? I know exactly how Tinder works.
Then you don't understand how flirting works.
How do you think you got here?
It hurts.
Where, honey?
Everywhere. Can you please just come out so she can see you?
Madam, you need to say goodbye to your daughter.
You have to get strong now. I can't. You can. And you have to let me help you.
Life, every life, ends.
I felt the pain that you have. I don't know what I am without you, who I am without you. I don't know what the world is without you in it. I love you more than anything in the whole world.
You'll be okay.
Promise. Promise.
Promise, promise.
Promise, promise.
The echo you leave, the legacy, your memory is how she lives.
Fudge! This film, bro. Heather, Tuesday. You said we watched this trailer. That was my first time seeing that trailer, Heather. I don't know what you've been doing, but I don't think we did a react to it at all because I straight up went into this film blind when I screened it earlier this week. But what are your thoughts real quick before I share mine?
I mean, I guess it was just one of those many trailers that I've watched without you.
Cheating on me
all the time. But this was one of those where the trailer kind of came out of the blue. A24 is just phenomenal and almost everything they've done. So a lot of people really have their eyes on them, except for using all that AI crap. But when it comes down to it, the trailer took a lot of people by storm. And all you saw the day of it releasing was just everyone saying they were crying and it on over a 2-minute trailer. Like that's a lot of impact, a lot of feelings for 2 minutes. So I'm very curious about it. It wasn't until you posted your initial reaction coming out of the theater that I remembered it. It's unfortunately, it was one of those where it was just like, it was a really heavy 2 minutes and then it kind of died off. We didn't see a lot of it, which I think says more about the PR team than anything else. So when I do really want to see this, I do. My husband really wants to see this, and it's an allegory, and it looks like it's something that would be interesting to see someone else's perspective of death, because it's never the same. No two people have the same perspective of it. So
Gotcha. Yeah, man. I was starting to feel it watching that trailer, Heather, because I haven't seen the trailer, and I was like remembering the emotions now again. So yeah, I screened it earlier as of this recording this week. Went into it blind because I didn't see the trailer. Just had a little bit of brief description because I cover, as you know, we cover films here, and I cover for the radio. And man, I didn't know what to expect. So everything that happened, I saw for the first time watching the film. Didn't know there was a bird in there. I just knew Julie Louis-Dreyfus, this young actress, and I was on for the ride. And I was like, "What the hell? A bird? This bird is death, and it represents death, and just all of it." And the central theme of just a young woman who is essentially, just hurting, just everything. The disease that she has is taking her. And she wants to go, but and death finally comes to help her go, but she wants to say goodbye to her mother, have that final closeout, and her mother doesn't want to let her go. And immaculately played by Julie Louis-Dreyfus. And it's a dark comedy, beautiful piece, and just that conversation and just all of that, and what they do on this like last day. And it will hit you in the fields, especially if you're parents. I was going through it, Heather, and I'm going through it now. I'm like feeling the emotions of what I just saw and just what I remember. And it's that conversation no one wants to have. And because I would sacrifice myself than let my daughter die. I don't know. It's crazy. But beautiful film. I don't think it'll be a film that like the rest of the world will like really maybe feel. I guess because we elected Trump, y'all. So I don't have a lot of faith in a lot of people out there. I think there's a lot of dumbass people there. This is a deep film with talking about a lot of issues that we need to face. And it's so important. And it's so original, so creative. Again, nod to A24 coming out with and taking risk and making a film like this. I love it. And I love A24. And this just why it's such a beautiful film. And I just want people to see it. But I also know that there's just going to be these dumbass middle Americans that aren't going to give it any love. They're like, what the fuck is this bird? This is boring, blah, blah, blah. But there's so much depth there. I loved it. And I'll have a review on the channel by the time it drops with my pal Anthony Francis, who's been on with us before, Screen Comment, Movie Review, Film Threat, and my other pal, John Jones from the Peach Review. We're going to have a full review on the channel, because we're going to talk all the things. It was such a deep, beautiful film. Probably going to be in my top 5, maybe top 10 towards the end of this year, to be honest with you as well, because it's so creative. Great film. So go check it out, y'all. We have another film, top pick this week. And we're, again, feeling feelings and all the feelings and discovering more feelings. We're going inside out. Heather and I, as of this recording, enjoyed screening this film early. We're talking Inside Out 2 from Disney and Pixar. Here we go.
Riley, how was camp?
It was good.
She goes away for 3 days and all we get is good?
She goes away for 3 days and all we get is good?
Yeah, sounds right.
Asked and answered.
Yeah. Back to the game.
Riley is officially a teenager now.
I disagree with that male
yet?
statement.
I'm the worst!
Overreact much?
I barely touched it.
Let the professional handle this.
I'm too gross to go anywhere ever again! Well, that's a preview of the next 10 years.
On June 14th.
I'm anxiety. I am just such a huge fan of yours. We're Riley's new emotions. Wow!
Remember when we all finally came up to headquarters?
Nostalgia.
That was like 30 seconds ago, nostalgia.
Yeah, those were the days.
The Feel Everything movie
Pillow fight! Bring it on!
No, anger.
arrives in theaters.
Ooh, walkie-talkies. Check, check, check. Can you hear me? I gotta press the button. Go for Joy. Copy that. Over. Oh, I love them. Just don't look down and keep moving. She'll be okay, right?
50-50. Disney and Pixar's Inside Out 2.
There's a part 2?
We're going!
Rated PG. Only in theaters June 14th. Tickets available now.
All right, there you go. Inside Out 2 dropping this week. Probably going to be the biggest film that everybody's going to clamor to see. We all fell in love with the first film. I know my family's so excited to see this. Heather, obviously we'll have our review up on the channel. What do you want to tell the people about Inside Out 2?
Watch our review.
Yes,
it's
channel.
It was cute. It was sweet. I do, just as a very, very short and sweet kind of thing, I do still think number one was better, but originality is originality. What you gonna do? But it's a fun follow-up, and I do think I did like it was a deeper plot though. I'll say that. First one was a better film. This one has a better plot.
I could feel that. I was ready to cry because of my love for the first one and how deep it went. This one, they took it even deeper. So maybe I was so ready to cry that I didn't cry like I thought I was going to cry. There's definitely some sentimental moments in this one, but it is a beautiful film and a lot deeper story. I just love how well written these films are. And you'll see that in the review. Heather and I will go down even more, but definitely recommending Inside Out 2 to the masses, y'all. You're going to check it out. We already know that. That's going to be the big film this week. So there you go. Those are the picks. I got Queendom. I got The Boys Tuesday, as well as Inside Out 2. I got to have a thumbs up for this week, Heather. I think these are picks this week.
Yeah, it's a good week. So
okay. All right, y'all. There you go. Those are our picks. Let us know what you're seeing. If none of these picks are what you're checking out, let's talk about it, because we want to know what else is out there and what we should check out as well. And yeah, we appreciate your time. Thank you for supporting the channel. We love y'all. And go check out our full reviews and interviews that will be dropping as well, along with a lot of the stuff we have for this week. All right, Heather Hurt, your boy KP, Nerds Rule the World.